At 7:30 p.m. tonight, we have the goodies. But before that, sit back and relax for an evening with the Thamesmen.
Hello.
How are you?
I am good, actually. Do you like my new haircut?
You had a haircut. You have had a
I've
haircut.
had a haircut. Yeah.
Why don't you? I love it. I love it. You look wonderful. Why don't you grow all your hair down to your ass like Jesus Christ? Why don't you? Because guys don't do that. They don't have the really long 70s hair like a ponytail. My dad had hair down to his butt.
I used to years ago. It's like a lot of hard work, and it's trying to be respectable. It's hard at times, So
Welcome to the Hair Channel for Follically Challenged. My name is Alex. I'm in Colorado.
I'm George. I'm in Los Angeles.
And you've reached the Thamesmen. You're in safe hands. We are the light entertainment of reaction channels. We're in a niche, and we are a one of one.
Pretty unique. End of the internet, end of days stuff here, really.
Yeah.
And, but we occasionally, through none of our own judgment, stumble across some pretty damn good tunes. And, we may be on... We got a recommendation, haven't we?
We have. Helene. Hello, Helene.
Hello, Helene.
Hello, hello. So we had Ren. Mm-hmm. We were doing Ren, and we absolutely loved it. And Helene passed over. Look, you got to. And Helene knows everything, doesn't she?
Mm-hmm. She did. She was the one who put us on the right track for a couple of things. So yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. So she said, "Oh, you got to do NF," and I'm like, "Yeah, whatever. What's NF?" And looked it up, and so we are going to put our stump into the stump of despair, aren't we? And try it out.
Even our hand into the stump of despair.
Well, the stump, because it's been bitten been bitten off a few times.
Yes, exactly. But okay, so. This is NF. I have not heard it. I have never heard of it. But we are. What do you know? What have you found out?
I had. Research? Yeah, so I had some notes. I had them all lined up, and then I've put them somewhere, and I'm going to find the notes, and I'll just keep on talking until the notes reappear.
Excuse me, teacher. The dog ate my homework. Is that where we're at right now in the stage of this channel?
Yeah.
Really?
All right. Yeah. So here we go. So NF. N for Nathan John Feuerstein, born 1991. You can remember exactly where you were in 91, can't you, George, on the 30th of March?
Not in the early 90s. Yeah, it was a different era back then. Don't remember much.
I know, you're so old, you can't even remember when 1991 was. So his initials NF, stylizes, is kind of a bit NF. And he's an American rapper, singer, songwriter, and record producer. So very much in the style of basically what Ren is doing over in the UK, doing everything all himself in his bedroom.
All right. That sounds good.
He's released 2 EPs and 3 in 2012, and a self-entitled EP in 2014 with capital CMG. His first major label album, Manson, was released on 31st March 2015. His second album, Therapy Sessions, was released on the 22nd of April in 2016 and peaked at number 12 on the Billboard 200.
Okay.
His albums have earned several accolades, some which include the Gospel Music Association Dove Award for Rap Hip Hop Album of the Year. So anyway, it comes from his most recent album, which is Hope, released on April the 7th, 23, and had a commercial success and peaked at number 2 on the Billboard 100, and this is a track Hope from that album.
Wow, that's super contemporary for us, then, isn't it? If it actually gets into the charts and is this year, it's like
I know we're gonna really freak out our audience.
Yeah, so calm down. We'll be going back to the 70s soon enough.
Yeah, it's because of George's new haircut.
Well, exactly.
We've got all modern.
Yeah, we had to reset, but just so you know, 2 really interesting things coming up after this track. What are they?
Oh, the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is one of them.
Which will then purely fate will drive our future.
And what's the other one, George?
The laser scoreboard is back.
Mark III.
Yeah, exactly. Quality.
Absolutely. Yeah, so hang around for that. All right, well, let's do this. NF Hope. Let's just call him Nathan, because we're older. Nathan. Are you ready?
I think I am ready, yes.
We really are going into this like two wet fish, aren't we?
Yeah, exactly. Kippers.
Stitched.
Smoked.
All right.
Right.
Pateed.
Oh, I had some smoked mackerel the other day. Bloody lovely.
Showing our age again. Hold it. Remember, you just got the new haircut.
Oh, yeah.
All right. 3,
Anyway.
2. Oh, I love smoked mackerel. 1. Boom.
Yeah, I'm on my way, I'm coming. Don't lose faith in me. I know you've been waiting. I know you've been praying for my soul. 30 years you've been dragging your feet, telling me I'm the reason we're stagnant.
Love it.
30 years you've been claiming you're honest and promising progress. Well, where is it at? I don't want you to feel like a failure. I know this hurts, but I gave you your chance to deliver. Now it's my turn. Don't get me wrong, nature had a great run, but it's time to give the people something different. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce my album. Hope. What's my definition of success? Listening to what your heart says, standing up for what you know is right while everybody else is tucking their toe between their legs. What's my definition of success? Creating something no one else can. Being brave enough to dream big. Grinding when you're told to just quit. Giving more when you got nothing left. It's a person that'll take a chance on something they were told could never happen. It's a person that can see the bright side through the dark times when there ain't one. It's when someone who ain't never had nothing ain't afraid to walk away from more profit, cause they rather do something that they really love and take the pay cut. It's a person that would never waver or change who they are just to try and gain some credibility so they can feel accepted by a stranger. It's a person that can take the failures in their life and turn them into motivation. It's believing in yourself when no one else does. It's amazing what a little bit of faith can do. If you don't even believe in you, why would you think or expect anybody else that's around you to? I done did things that I regret. I done said things I can't take back. Was a lost soul at a crossroad who had no hope, but I changed that. I spent years of my life holding on to things I never should have kept, full of hatred. Years of my life carrying a lot of baggage that I should have walked away from. Years of my life wishing I was someone different, looking for some validation. Years of my life trying to fill a void, pretending I was in. They get it. Evil, difficult to go through, yes, but beneficial. Some would say having a mental breakdown is a negative thing, which on one hand I agree, but on the other hand it was the push I needed to get help and start the healing process. See, if I'd never hit rock bottom, would I be the person that I am today? I don't believe so. I'm a prime example of what happens when you choose to not accept defeat and face your demons. Took me 30 years to realize that if you want to get the opportunity to be the greatest version of yourself, sometimes you gotta be someone you're not to hear the voice of reason. Having kids will make you really take a step back and look in the mirror. At least for me, that's what it did. every day and pick my son up, hold him in my arms and let him know he's loved. Standing by the window questioning if that is ever going to show up. Isn't something he's gonna have to worry about, don't get it twisted, that was in the shop. Mama, I forgive you, I just don't want him to grow up thinking that he'll never be enough. 30 years of running, 30 years of searching, 30 years of hurting, 30 years of pain, 30 years of fearful, 30 years of anger, 30 years of empty, 30 years of shame, 30 years of broken, 30 years of anguish, 30 years of hopeless, 30 years of hate, 30 years of never, 30 years of maybe, 30 years of later, 30 years of fate, 30 years of hollow, 30 years of sorrow, 30 years of darkness, 30 years of hate, 30 years of baggage, 30 years of sadness, 30 years of stagnant, 30 years of change, 30 years of patience, 30 years of suffering, 30 years of torment, 30 years of 30 years of bitter, 30 years of lonely, 30 years of pushing everyone away. You'll never evolve, I know I can change. We are not enough, we are not the same. You don't have the heart, you don't have the strength, you don't have the will, you don't have the faith. You'll never be loved, you'll never be safe. Might as well give up, now running away. You don't have the guts, you're the one afraid. I'm the one in charge, I'm taking the reins.
Holy shit!
Oh my God!
That's freaking brilliant.
Unbelievable. All my hairs are standing up.
That is, I can see why people say like Ren or Ren. You know, who comes first? I don't know, but that is so powerful.
The production level. I mean, and having a slight mini knowledge, not as much as you, of how studios work, but to produce that was out of this world.
Such a big sound, just
Huge.
the string, the orchestration of it, the real value of production that went into that was huge. It was fantastic.
Absolutely.
Sound.
And again, like Ren, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna, but authentic, real. He's talking about issues he's had and whatever, and you just can't bullshit. Anyone who starts, I fucking hate it when they're when rappers are showing money and all they want, that's that. This guy's obviously going through something.
Yeah. He's telling his story. We've started a playlist that we called Flow, didn't we? And we're classifying these kind of videos under Flow. And not just weirdly how it's just all come about, but it is this stream of consciousness which is deep and meaningful, and it's told with passion and energy, and I just love it. You know, it's
So do I.
maybe more hip hop and R&B doesn't always appeal to us because that's not our experience. That's not us. We didn't grow up on the streets. You know, we're not hustling for deals or trying to make buy or get through those things. So there's a potential that those kind of songs don't have that same sort of link to us. But then you hear something like this, and it's I think it's accessible, but even more powerful than that. Like you said, because it's authentic.
I mean, both Ren and himself seem to be talking about mental health, which is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
That we are, in today's society, talking about mental health. And without mental health, you don't have a life, and there's no mental wealth. You know what I mean? And they've been through their journey, and they're sharing it how they are. But his production level that he did that was to the moon and back.
It was brilliant. Do you know, at times, now this might be a slightly unfair comparison, it reminded me of Hamilton, the Lin-Manuel Miranda production of that Broadway play. Did you ever hear that at all?
No, I didn't see it, no.
I tell you, it is stunningly good because it is, because it's an orchestrated kind of tale, and it's telling the story of Hamilton and the early history of America and the founding of currency and all sorts of weirdness, which seems strange. But it has that orchestra, that big sound, the big strings, the big, and so there were moments where it felt they were of equal, effort had gone into the production. You know what I mean?
But then you get Lil Sims over in the UK, and she's like, she's the female rapper who's doing the London accent. But again, it sounds like a film soundtrack at the back.
Yeah, exactly.
Big production. It's great. And listen, obviously, you can look at us and look at our age and look at George's hair and look at this is not our genre, right? But this, as a music fan of just adoring music, just absolutely smacked us sideways.
Yeah,
that was brilliant.
Exactly. Where like music, where it's like great art. It inspires something. It inspires an emotion, be it love or hate or desire or any of these things. Like great music brings, rather than just being sort of like, whatever. It's like something you get really excited about and you really feel it. And that's what the art is, I think, isn't it?
Yeah. And when you've got something to say, because a lot of musicians, they get up to their third album and they've got nothing left to say, and it's very hard to box when you sleep in silk pajamas.
Yeah, that's probably true. You know,
and it was intoxicating. All right, okay, George, is it time? Is it time for the scores? Oh.
Haha, welcome to the scoreboard. Like magic.
Well, Laser Scoreboard Mark III, ladies and gentlemen, vastly improved over the Mark II.
I tell you, yeah, you have to get up close to see, but it is a major improvement. So, yeah. So what we do is scores out of 10, and they end up here. What on the board so far we have, we refounded the scoreboard with a bit of Leonard Skinner, Freebird, which was...
We started off with the greatest rock track ever.
Yeah, exactly. Then we got the Mamas and the Papas. Now, that was a great track, wasn't it? That was
a good
really
track, but
good.
only if you know the backstory.
Yeah, it was fantastic, though. And then we got Joan Armour Trading, Me, Myself and I, which suffered from Alex's lack of liking the performance style, but I thought was brilliant. And it is a promo for a week we've got coming up, isn't it?
I know. I kind of shot a whole week apart.
Yeah, exactly. It's the whole point is promote it. At least it's honest.
Oh,
it's honest, Anyway, we'll see.
All right. So let's do this. So NF.
Hope. Okay, so you go first. What do you reckon?
Jesus, that was so good. My God. Out of 10. Oh, that's one of the greatest tracks I've heard all year. And it's like opening up a brand new genre with Ren as well. They're doing it together. I'm high, mate. I'm a 9.3.
Oh, that is good. But it was of the supremiest, production, and it was powerful. And like you said, the hairs stood up on my arms. I felt like just something different had passed in front of me. So I'm gonna go 9.2. 9.2 is what I'm going to go.
That was a high score.
Still a high score. Very high score. So, yeah.
Let's work it out on the calculator, on the calculator machine. Okay, on the computer. Okay,
so 9.2, 9.3 gives us an 18.5.
That's a high score.
That is a high score. But how does that compare with what we have? Should we have a look?
God, that's just below Leonard.
Scores on the doors. Oh, it is. Leonard Skinner's a 19. There we go. Look at that. Ta-da! Brilliant.
All right. Fantastic. That is the end of the scores.
And as you may have seen, Wheel of Fortune is here.
Wheel of Fortune. It's all go here. Right, so we got Thin Lizzy, but we're not allowed to call her Thin Lizzy anymore. She's just a normal weight person. Sister. Jar Barnes and Joe Bossamassa, but I had an argument with Joe Bossamassa.
He's probably over it. I don't know if you are, but yeah.
You know what the argument was about?
Yes, it was about guitars or something. Was it
guitar
names, wasn't it? Yeah.
He called his guitar Phoenix.
Don't get back into it.
You could only call your guitar after a colour or a woman, and that was it. We were at each other. Battles. I bet
there's a woman called Phoenix.
I'm sure there is. There's a joke in there, but I'm not going to say it. Tommy Emmanuel, Rainbow. Right, okay.
Rainbow.
All right, so are you ready? You got the orchestra ready?
Jim, you ready, Jim? Yeah, he's ready. He's good. Okay.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to do our next track, so hang around. 3, 2, 1, go.
Spun the other way this
time. Joe Bossamassa.
Joe Bossamassa.
Old Chin himself. Okay, wait a minute.
But which track we're going to do? Do we know?
No, yes, we'll see. Wait a minute.
Was that Jimmy Barnes and Joe Bonamassa?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. They have some great versions because they're done by Kevin Shirley. It's still not there. It's still there. Go on, a bit more. Go on. Get it.
There's equipment failure like that, which ruins the show. It ruins the illusion.
It does. It shatters. It's the fourth wall comes down. Doesn't it?
It is. Fucking Amazon. Right.
So,
Ladies and gentlemen, that was absolutely fantastic. If there is more NF, or at our age, we are allowed to call him Nathaniel, or Nathan even. Nate. NF. What should we do? Obviously, we're too inept and we're too old, so we need your guidance, so put it down there. Second of all, if you did like him, then subscribe and like, because then we know we should do another track. And Chris, the curator, said we shouldn't do this track. And I said, we should do this track. So let's see if we get the likes and subscribes. Chris, I'm going to throw you under the bus because you had to go at my hair.
You're still not over that. It's unbelievable.
No, not over that.
It's
not over that. And lastly?
There's a lastly?
Yes, we got Joe Bossamassa and Barnes next.
You're saying it on purpose, aren't you?
Yeah. All right. I'll see you on the flip side.
Not a man to bear a grudge.
No, not at all. I'll be going on about that in the next.
You have been for 2 years now.
I know. It's not dropping. Bossamassa. All right. I'll see you on the flip side.